The latest feature from DreamWorks Animation is here, and this time the filmmakers there have adapted Aaron Blabey's book series, The Bad Guys. Opening in theaters this week from Universal Pictures, here's my review. The concept of the film, centering on a group of animal criminals who try to be good, is one of a lot of potential. How does director Pierre Perifel and his team accomplish it? Really well. With this movie, we get a snappy heist film that has fun with the tropes of the genre. The Bad Guys is clearly made by a group of people with an affection for them and are excited to do their own take, albeit with furry animals. There's a lot of creativity in every frame, as the movie zips from one set piece to the next, but never sacrificing character development in the process. The lead protagonist, Wolf, is voiced by Sam Rockwell, provides the necessary charm and attitude, and works as our introduction to this world where humans and anthropomorphic animals coexist. The film is able to show the way his mind ticks and the partnership he forms with the other members of this criminal gang. The shark, snake, piranha, and tarantula all serve important roles in the group and have lively and funny personalities of their own. The film successfully portrays them working together and why they gel. Perifel, along with credited screenwriter Eden Cohen and the story artist, put together a few elaborate chase and heist sequences that are packed full of inspired visual jokes. There's even a fart joke that is actually quite humorous and is not just there for the sake of having flatulence-based humor. When they are recruited by philanthropists to try and become good, this leads to plenty of solid jokes too. A police chief who is constantly in pursuit of them is portrayed with a lot of energy, both through the animation and Alex Borstein's voice work. When conflict does eventually arise, it feels earned and makes sense of in the context of the story. There are some fun places taken with the story too. In addition to the humor and action, what's also striking about the movie is the animation. I really like this new trend of computer animated films that are given this hand-drawn look while still appearing three-dimensional. In the last 10 years, we've seen films like the Disney short Paperman, the Peanuts movie, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and The Mitchells vs. the Machines utilize this sort of look, and it appears the seemingly cancelled and now thankfully revived Nimona is also taking that approach. I'm really happy to see the Bad Guys join them. The animation is spectacular with so many eye-catching moments. The character animation follows suit with some excellent reaction shots, especially with the eyes and mouths. The way the entire police squad moves and crowds around the bad guys is a particularly nice touch. The character designers also deserve credit for the unique look they brought to Blabey's creations. All the animals stand apart and have something appealing about the way they're drawn. What the animation especially reminded me of were European comic books. The poses the characters strike bring to mind the sorts one might find in the panels of Asterix, Smurfs, and Marsupilami. I was not surprised when I read after watching the movie that Pierre Perifel cited the likes of Asterix and the Adventures of Tintin as influences. One of his first animation credits was even on a movie based on the Lucky Luke comics, and he also worked on Sylvain Chomet's The Illusionist. One of his most notable credits at DreamWorks Animation was as the lead animator on the villainous peacock Lord Shen in Kung Fu Panda 2, and he also had a hand in that movie's 2D animated sequences. Recently, he directed the short film Bilby, a great trip through the Australian outback with a cute marsupial. The Bad Guy serves as a strong feature directing debut for Perifel, and I'll certainly look forward to what he makes in the future. The Bad Guys is yet another example of the immense creativity found at DreamWorks Animation. Since the release of their first feature films in 1998, it's a studio that has tackled all sorts of different stories and brought imaginative approaches to them. I don't think they've ever lost that touch, and I think something that adds to the continuing appeal is the lack of a house style. One does not know what they're going to produce next, and the filmmakers are able to go to all sorts of places. Even the studio's sequels often show the characters exploring new conflicts or playing around with the rules of that world. DreamWorks Animation can add The Bad Guys to their long list of worthwhile films, with its great style, winning humor, and memorable characters.